man. So I guess the big news of the week is MJF and his contract situation.
Yeah, pending contract.
Right, and the rumors going around now saying he'll adjust the contract, but he won't add on any more years. He still want to be a free agent in 2024. And that's you can't give him that. You can't give him more money, but no more years. Like you can't do that, man.
Basically, he wanted that renegotiate his deal, but he want more money up front.
Right, but no more years added
on the back end. Yeah, nothing added on the back end. Yeah, he trying to finesse. He trying to finesse out here.
I mean, he's worth the money, but you gonna have to add on these extra years too.
Exactly, because like I said, his whole thing is, I guess he's really gonna test the water. I mean, I would if I'm him, I would too. You got to at least hear him out if he's getting offered. In that side, but I don't know how he would act in the PG era over there, because there's a lot of things he would get watered down if that's the way I see it.
I don't know. He might tell him, well, if you want to sign me, I can't be under a script, and y'all gonna have to let me be me.
But he don't have that much. I don't think he got enough pull to do that.
Yeah.
This ain't like, it's like AJ Styles coming over or something like that. It's like with a name, or even like what Cody did. Yeah, I think they'll be like, WWE, they got the arrogance to them. They'll balk at it and be like, well, we don't need you. We'll be all right. So
I think they want to sign him just to take him away from AEW. That's what I think.
And that's another thing. And like I said, if this was what you said, even 15 years ago, I say Vince would do something like that. This now, I think it's like,
I think they'll do it. I think they'll do it now.
Because, like you said, think about it. I just go by what they say. They say there is no competition with anybody. The only competition that they're in the sports entertainment business, and the people they see as competition is anybody in the entertainment.
They won't publicly come out and say, but AEW's that competition, man.
I'm just going by what they said. They said they're not their competition. So
everybody knows that when the NXT AEW thing first happened, that was competition. Like NXT was on the network. Yep. Then all of a sudden, we're going live on Wednesday. Like what?
Yeah. I think it's more. I think, like they say, at the end of the day, I think us, the fan base, we play a little bit more into it than others, just because it's something to always talk about, and it's something to get, a conversation started with any wrestling, or any wrestling fan. I just feel like they'll be quick to say, oh, well, we're always going to want to have that competition back because we grew up in the 90s and watched a lot of it in the 90s era where there was that competition. But like you said, I just feel like from the way I see it I just feel like WWE is always going to be so arrogant, and whatever their approach is, like there's no real competition. That like everybody keeps saying, it's like they could at least, I think the wrestlers acknowledge it more than the higher ups do. So that's where I'm always gonna go to it until they really feel like they can say, all right, well, their competition. Then I'll be like, okay. Then I think they'll come from the spot of, doing things out of like competition wise to steal somebody over and this, that, and the fourth. But like you said, right now, I just don't like they're being like the little arrogant big brother and like, we ain't got to worry about you. We don't have to worry about you until it come around.
I think Cody was the first step. Now they got rumors saying that he might try to get Ricky Starks to come over and tell MJF, take a look over here. I don't know.
That's just look. That's just to tickle. This just tickle the IWC. That's all. Just tickle the fancy. That's all it is. I ain't falling for a lot of that stuff no more. I used to, like you said, pump fakes with them. It's a lot of pump fakes in wrestling. I don't fall for too many more of the pump fakes.
I think MJF is playing it up because he's always in character.
Yeah,
so
he's always
playing it up.
Definitely.
And that's gonna make him the bigger heel. Oh, you gonna go over there? That's gonna make him a bigger heel where he's at now. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Where now? Let me ask you this: where would you see MJF fitting in the WWE style?
If he goes, he has to be a top guy. Like he's over the Miz and all that. He's over all them, man. Like,
Wait. So coming in, he would already jump over Miz, somebody that they built. They built for. Look, I hate to even be defending WWE at this time, but like they built the Miz from the ground up.
Man,
and you think the MJF is just gonna come that they really don't know? I ain't gonna say they don't really know about him, but like a non-WWE guy come over and take that. That's just tough for me to see.
Hey man. That's what it is. See what they doing with Cody. Cody, that's Captain America. He the number one guy, man.
Well, we'll say number two because Roman always gonna be number one.
Man,
but
Roman taking a break. Two. Like I said in the group chat, Roman taking a break. He not working Hell in a Cell. They got Cody on the poster now, front and center. I think Cody himself, that's gonna be the main event.
Yeah, because it should be, as rightfully so. Roman should take a break, but I also feel like they got to do something like, because what I just read earlier that they're talking about maybe doing wrestling. The Arcade Bro may split up. One of them may wrestle Roman. That's they're leading up to, and then I don't know, but we'll figure. I don't know. We'll figure it all out.
He need to drop one of them titles though. They need to do something with that because, like, what are they fighting over on Raw? Like, what's the?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I guess that's where Randy would come in. Because I don't have we had Randy versus Roman in a. I don't think I've seen. I think they probably wrestled once or twice in a singles match, but I know I haven't seen I haven't seen like a true like feud. So I wouldn't mind. But my only thing is, I can't have Randy as a good guy, man. He's always got to be a bad guy for me. I don't like good guy Randy.
Randy, he's a baby face. You see that's
what I know
when he come out every week.
Yeah, that's
him
what I know.
Arcade Bro.
I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. I don't, because I'm always heel Randy. Randy probably my favorite in this generation. Of the next generation after like Stone Cold and all them. He's probably my favorite. But yeah, I was always heel Randy. Heel Randy was my guy, and the good when they turn him good, it don't sit right with me. It just don't sit right. I just don't like when all the crowd be cheering him. I just like when he get booed all the time. But outside of that, I don't know what other because you don't want to see Drew in that again.
That's the only guy on SmackDown. That's all they got.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm guessing it's trying to lean it towards over defending it on Raw and have a Raw superstar. Because outside of, I think Randy will probably be next. That could get them through the summer.
Yeah, hey, he got to split them titles up, man. Because I was reading some online saying Fox, they don't like all that jumping between shows. They want their own roster, and so split them titles up, man.
But then, how do you go back and split them up? They did all that build up to unify them. Hey, how do they go back and ununify them?
Let them figure that out. They the ones that came up with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like
let them figure that out. They the ones that came up with it. Y'all figure it out.
That's also true. It's always to tie something up, but when you done got it tangled up, now they got to untie everything back. So it's I don't know with WWE sometimes. I can honestly say, being a little bit older now, and since it's like more stuff to watch, you kind of I take a step back and look at it and be like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know what they're doing. And so sometimes I'll be lost on some stuff. That's why I'll be asking y'all, like, hey man, what was the purpose?
Right.
Where are they going with that? Because I'm so lost. I'll be so lost on some of the other stuff. And
like all the wrestling media say, Raw has the best storylines and the best this and that, and Dynamite, they have no storylines at all. That's not true at all. Come on, man. Y'all got to cut that out, man. It's only maybe two or three things in the whole WWE that's like big time. That's Cody, Roman, and what's another one?
Judgment Day. What they building up with this Judgment Day group, with Edge's group?
I like the group, but the promos suck.
I don't know. I kind of all right. The one part I did like was when Damien was like stand up and everybody in the crowd started standing up. I kind of like that. It be a little, I'm always favorable of a heel person over a good guy. But yeah, I kind of like where they headed with that.
Judgment Day or House of Black? Which one you like better?
Oh dang,
because they about the same thing.
They about the same. Dang, good call. Hey, that was a good one. I didn't think about it like that. Dang, Dang, I probably have to go. I have to go Judgment Day. I'm sorry. I probably have to go Judgment Day. Especially if they get the one report that I read, and if this happens, then I don't want to spoil it. But if I read the report, if they did this to happen, then I think it'll be kind of tight. It's looking to get a fourth person in there, but we'll see. But I don't like how WWE do their stables either. So I like how AEW does their stables where they putting all the people together. I'm always like I said, always a fan of the stables. That's just me how it always been. What I wanted to ask you, do you think it's time for Bayley to go ahead and come back?
If she's ready, yeah. But I don't know how messed up she is. But yeah, it's time for her to come back.
I'm gonna say it's definitely time for her to come back, especially with Ronda being a face champion and your heel Charlotte is gone as a heel, and there is no other. Who will be the other heel women's single wrestler? Because technically Sasha Banks and Naomi, they're face champions.
They had, I don't even know who. What's her name? Raquel. What's her name? Rodriguez. That's her name now.
They use her full name, right? They didn't give her just the one name,
right?
And that be the other little stuff like that be getting on my nerves.
And then they changed the character. She coming out smiling like just happy go lucky. Like, why do I keep doing it, man?
I don't get it. Sometimes it just
man.
I guess it's the flip flop. Like I said in the group chat, we were watching the pay-per-view. I think I'll talk with TJ about it. One thing about WWE, boy, if they don't keep saying it, it don't exist. If they say it a couple weeks and then they don't say it no more, they act like it was never act like it was never said at all. So, but yeah, like so and they moved Lacey Evans over from SmackDown to Raw. She's been doing all those promos on SmackDown. Now she on Raw.
All these promos I was talking about. My childhood was rough and all this, and everybody was feeling sorry for her. Now she's a heel on Raw. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I thought it was when I saw him on SmackDown and then I saw the last one on Raw, I was like, okay, is she coming back to be a face? Coming back to be a face. Because like I said, when you're a heel and, you do those promos like that, that was like, all right, we're trying to turn you back into being a good person. We're trying to get the crowd back on your good graces by telling your life story. And I'm like, okay. But then I was like, all right, they did it like 2-3 weeks on SmackDown. And I was like, wait, this on Raw. She was like, I was like, wait. That's why I said I'd be confused. I don't be knowing where this stuff be going no more. I don't. I'm trying
and if she's gonna be a heel, leave her on SmackDown so Ronda can have somebody to go against.
Because then you basically brought. This is why I say she was gonna be a face, because you brought Sonya Deville back. She's a heel. Then you got on the heel side? You got Becky, Sonya. Who else? Dang, I'm trying to I had it off the top of my head. Who's the other heel? Tamina. Even though they haven't heard, I ain't gonna get on that. But Tamina, and then it was one more. Who's the other heel? It's one more heel. Then on the faces, you got Bianca. What's her name? Doudrop. They just brought Doudrop back. Doudrop was a heel. Then you had Bianca, Asuka, Liv Morgan, and then there was one more that I'm missing off the top of my head. Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss came back. So those are all the faces, and you got the heels. So I'm like, I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore.
Let them figure it out.
Yeah, let them figure it out. We'll head on over to anything else you had on the WWE side.
No, not too much.
Gotcha.
The only thing I really care about is what Cody doing. Cody and Roman. Right. That's it.
Did you see I posted in the group chat. Did you see the Joe Black wrestler?
Oh yeah.
And the fan get the hook in. Man, they gonna learn. I don't know when you gonna learn.
Yeah. Keep your hands to yourself.
He headbutt him and everything, right, bro. Yeah. I know you like. Oh, I got to put my balls on you. I got to put these hands on you. I got to give you this work. You just headbutted me. Like I got to put this work on him. And he's like, yeah. I saw him say, well, he did something to me first. Like, nah, that's you become a part of the show once you put your hands on the wrestler. So
that's some of that 1980 stuff where fans would be mad and try to fight everybody. Man.
Exactly. Like you broke the rule right there. So I'm gonna lay into you, you know.
Back in the day, they would have took him in the back and they would have beat the mess out of him.
Exactly.
Can't do that now.
Exactly. It's a whole, like I said, it's a whole new ball game now. Man. And then on the what you got on the AEW side?
Man, I don't know how Jeff Hardy's still doing it, man. Man.
And I knew when they booked that match, I said, look, they're gonna take the rules away. It's like playing WWE 2K or any old 2K game. You just turn off all the rules, and that's I knew that match was gonna go exactly how it went.
Who is he going against next? Kyle O'Reilly?
Yeah, Adam Cole or Kyle O'Reilly. It's one of them.
One of them.
Yeah, it's one of them two.
I thought Darby was gonna win. I wasn't expecting that. That was right. That was shocking. That was
the little quick roll up. And because I was looking at the time, it's probably like 3 minutes left, and I'm like, they still doing stuff outside the ring. I was like, wait, they better get back in the ring. I don't think they're gonna get any allotted overage time. And I was like, okay, then a roll up, because I thought Darby was on pace to win it too. Then I was like, whoa, the roll up, like the only wrestling move used in the match is what got the win. Which was funny.
I wasn't expecting that, but we'll see.
Me neither. This other question. Who do you think is going to be the Jokers? The Joker Wild in each side of the tournament, on Heart tournament.
I hope it's not Johnny Gargano. No disrespect, but
right.
I didn't like his NXT run. They booked him like he was Superman. He was kicking out of everybody's moves and beating out.
Now, when they had the way, I ain't gonna lie. When they had the way, I liked them. That joke was funny. That was entertaining. That was entertaining for me. I'll be the first one to say when they were with Austin Theory and Indy Hartwell and Candace, that had me very entertained. But that was on the last. Before we knew it, that was the last legs.
Yeah.
Of the
I don't
good
think they
old
need to
NXT
sign anybody
days.
else. I think they have enough people. Like they roster is pretty big, man.
Now I say, even if it's like, if there's somebody within the company,
Miro. There we go.
Miro should be one of them. Okay, against Samoa Joe, that'd be real good. Yeah, because he been, like, the last I heard about Miro was he was filming a movie. Yeah, I don't know how long that's been or like where they at within filming the movie. It's been a while because Miro been gone for about a good year and a half.
He was hurt and then he came back to fill in. For somebody when he fought Bryan Danielson. He filled in and he went back out. He was hurt and he was filming TV shows and movies. So
gotcha.
I think it might be Miro, or they might bring Cesaro in. I don't know.
Ooh, that's the. I feel like that was gonna be my guess with Cesaro, only because he ain't been taking no bookings.
Yeah, they say he paid. He's sitting at home. He got money. He good, man.
Exactly. They say he managed his money the right way, so he ain't hurting to be out there doing no booking. And then other thing before I forget, the Braun. Did you see what they posted a group? The Braun Strowman thing, trying to be the Joker.
Oh, he was. That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, I'm assuming with the knife and all of that. I didn't know what. Yeah. He was out there.
Go ahead and go do what you was doing. CYM, control your narrative. Nah, you good. Oh, thank you.
Exactly. And I'm trying to. What was the?
Thank you.
So my other AEW question, which I think somebody put it out on Twitter too. Tony Khan came out and said Adam Page had the best run as a champion. We know why he said it. But we all know the answer. That ain't the right answer. We all know it's probably Kenny had the best run as the AEW.
Yeah. Champion. But he probably trying to big up his champion because everybody else is dogging him out. And,
that's why
he's the worst.
He had to be nice. Yeah,
I don't get it,
nice.
Man.
He had to be nice about it, but we all know it was.
I don't like the way that they're booking him. Like, he's the champion. The show should be built around him. That's how I would book him.
Yeah.
He's kind of like just pop up here and there, have a good match, and
Yeah.
I don't like the way they're booking him, but
I think it came, like I said, it came between, like, it's just those certain times, and you don't want to say that he was a transitional champion, but is just like it was kind of like the Big E situation where everything was in the cards. Well, Big E probably not as much, but everything was in the cards for him to win it, the way his trajectory was. But then a lot of stuff started happening after he kind of got the belt. Because remember, Kenny left, because technically it would have been a rematch with Kenny. And I think if he would have won again against Kenny, I think that would have solidified it. And then you bring Daniel Bronson Bryan Danielson in, or Daniel Bryan in, then he beats him. Then he goes on and, beats Adam Cole. I think that would have really would have kept a lot of the momentum running. But I think with Kenny going out and not really coming back, and then I think it's kind of like, okay, we got to put the title on him now, just because your number one rival is gone. And it was always the get back of returning when they were wrestling together, which was the storyline. So that built so much. And I think with him just automatically just going away, I think that's what kind of hurt the overall direction and the narrative that they were going. But like I said, I think it was a good title run. Those good matches. Those good matches he had with Daniel Bryan. He's had some good matches.
He had good matches, but a lot of people, where's the story? He has no. Come on.
Yeah,
like they're not telling stories like WWE, man. Like, come on. Yeah. But I think he's gonna lose to CM Punk though.
Yeah, I think because what it is, this what next? No, we still got 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks, because it's a Memorial Day weekend, right? That's right. And they're in Vegas because the Super Show is in June in Chicago, and then I kept getting it confused. I kept thinking the Super Show is in Vegas, but I forgot this is in Vegas. So what is it? All Out? This is All Out is their big one, right? I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
I mean, some people say it's their big one, but they're talking about moving it to another location this year.
Gotcha. So what's the one coming up this weekend? I mean, in 2 weeks.
Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing. Is that their big one? My fault. Is Double or Nothing the big one?
Some people say it is. Some people say it's All Out.
That's what I'm gonna say. I always thought Double or Nothing was, because they
treat all the pay-per-views like big shows. So
So because I thought it was the one that I thought that one was the big one that got them. Which one was the one that started it?
Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing. Yes, yep. That's why I thought. Yeah, that's why I thought it was the one that kicked everything off for them. So, but we'll see. I'm interested to see where a lot of these stories kind of go, and
I need more of the baddies on Dynamite.
Yeah, I definitely
Kiera and Red Velvet. Man,
look, they can stop showing those baddies in the crowd, but they can just keep the baddies in the ring.
Man, they got something there, man.
They do. I got to know what they're gonna do with that too, because they got the right moment. And man, if they can, like you said, if they can get Stokely, boy,
that's
perfect. Get him as a mouthpiece.
That's perfect.
They don't even need the other dude. He could go.
He can go. He working with Tony Nese, and he been doing stuff with MJF. He still got something to do, but Stokely with them. Oh, that's perfect. That's
perfect. Boy, you talking about some. Look, that's some black excellence right there. If they get all of that,
yeah.
Put that going together.
You got to tune in to Rampage. You want to see them, boy.
Exactly. Man. And I know what's been hurting them now is, they've been putting all the stuff on before the playoffs and stuff for like hockey and basketball.
Yeah, they got bumped to like 5:30.
So that's been even more rough. Luckily, like I said, I have it always recorded. So if I always miss it, I can always go back and watch. So. But yeah, it's like you said, it's gonna be hard finding a good time. It's got to be hard finding a good time for that rampage spot, because everything else they're doing well. It's just getting Rampage over the hump. I think not Rampage, but Rampage. Getting Rampage over the hump is where, if they can figure that out, I think they'll keep the ground. They'll keep the momentum, going pretty well. I think that's the biggest thing next.
I thought Scorpio Sky was turning babyface, but he turned back heel at the end of Rampage. I don't know where they're going with that story, but we'll see.
We'll see, because that was the little confusing part too. Yeah. And then even with Sammy, it's kind of like he been teetering twatting, but I did see Tony Khan say that he noticed he did have to kind of, react to the book for the crowd, where it's kind of like, all right, well, let's do some heel stuff for them, because he see that he knows they are getting a heel reaction now. So, did you see Swerve let him borrow the jacket?
Right, yeah.
When he had it on, I was like, man, that jacket look familiar. I don't know where I seen that jacket from.
I didn't even know that until I seen like a meme about it. So, that's where you got that jacket from.
Yeah, because that's where, and I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, why does he? I said, but that jacket look familiar. I don't know where I seen it from. And then when I saw the meme too, I was like, oh, that's where he got it from. He let him borrow that Joker. So, and then lastly, get ready for it. You know it's coming. Young Bucks and Hardy Boys just gonna have to face the fact.
I don't want to see that, man. I don't want to see it.
I know you don't, but it's coming.
Man, I love the Hardys, from back in the day, but it's not working, man. It's not working, man. Oh man.
Look, be ready, Dion. It's coming. It's happening. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. It's coming. Just I just want to let you know ahead of time. I just gave you the advice ahead of time.
Is FTR gonna have a match on the pay-per-view? Because I've been kind of in my head doing like the card, and I don't see a spot for FTR.
Yeah, I don't see one either.
They're gonna have a 3-way for the tag team titles. Keith Lee and Swerve against Hobbs and Starks against Jurassic Express. That's probably gonna be a 3-way. We don't have to have the Hardys and you know what?
You found a way not to have Hardys.
They can do that match when they go to LA June 1st. Save that for that. Yeah, there we go. Main
there
event,
you go. Look, Dion booking it already.
There we go. Say that match for the forum. It's already sold out.
That's probably what they're gonna do for real.
I think that's sold out, and then the Rampage that's gonna be live that week. That's sold out. Save it for one of them shows.
You know it. Look, there you go. You called it now. You called it. Push it back another month or two. Yeah, they're gonna keep tweeting it until
because they go to LA June 1st. So have it. That be the Dynamite after the pay-per-view.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly. You called it. You heard it here first on the Friday Night Letdown. Dion is calling it now.
I don't want to see it, man. Because they're not going to top what they did in Ring of Honor because they already did that match.
Exactly. Now, that's true. That's going to be that's going to be the hard part because that was a good match. That was a great match that they had in Ring of Honor.
They did that match, and then they went to WrestleMania the next night. Remember that? Yeah.
Yep. And they sure did because that was like that. They kept them quiet.
Yeah.
And they ran down that long entrance ramp at that arena.
Wrestling was good back that year, boy. Man.
It was.
Everything was popping that year, man.
And that was the one thing I think they said that nobody saw it coming.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Nobody saw that one coming. Everybody had a hint. Yeah. Everybody had a hint. Like maybe. And then when the music actually hit, everybody's like, oh, it was. Yeah, that was a good time when they actually got it right because we all know this past WrestleMania, everybody saw the Cody Rhodes coming from a mile away. Everybody knew. Yeah. And it was like if it didn't happen, people was gonna be really upset. Like people was really gonna be pissed that it did happen. So that junk there is crazy. It was one more. Hold on, I just had it. I had wrote it down. I was trying to find it on my paper. Golly. It'll come back to me. Anything else you had on the AEW side?
Like I said, I think Punk he's gonna beat Hangman because Punk, he can bring more eyes to the product, and I think they trying to do their little crossover stuff with the mainstream. They got the new TV contract coming up in a couple of years. They're gonna try to get some mainstream eyes. I think CM Punk's gonna win. I don't know if Hangman's gonna be the heel or what. I don't know how they're gonna do that.
I don't know how they're gonna play. I don't know how they're gonna play that out too. And here's what it was. I'm glad you started talking. So it made me come back to me. We both agree that the Jericho Appreciation Society is terrible. We both agree. I agree with you. I agree with you on that one. It could have been something different or him going by himself, but I
don't like it.
Because I like 2.0 by themselves.
I like 2.0.
And I like Daniel Garcia by himself.
Yep.
And I like them, but then when they kind of, you get put behind Jericho, even though Jericho had me, that one line he said on Dynamite last week had me laughing. He was like, "Yeah, I threw fire in your face. I'm a wizard.
I'm a wizard." Yeah.
That just had me. He can still entertain. But the one thing I will give Chris Jericho credit, he's between him and Matt Hardy are probably the two that can honestly get over multiple personas and characters over in a span of time.
They will try some stuff. Just,
will exactly
just to try some. All of it don't hit, but they will try some stuff.
They will try to at least, I ain't gonna say relevant, but they'll stay, on the course, or you're either gonna love it or hate it. You're gonna get on one side or the other about it. You're gonna get a reaction to one of their characters, because I don't care what nobody say. Broken Matt Hardy was probably one of the best things.
It worked. It worked in TNA, but he should have left it in TNA because it didn't work. And when he went to the WWE,
we already knew how that was gonna happen.
It didn't work in AEW. It just He tried to bring that back. During the pandemic, it didn't work.
Yeah, when he was with Ring of Honor and on the Indies and doing it in TNA, like you said, that was the pinnacle.
Yeah,
that kept people really back watching Impact.
Yeah.
And then speaking of Impact, what you think about the Aces and Eights coming back?
I didn't like the first iteration of the Aces and Eights. That's corny.
What was the TV show they was copying? What was the name of that TV show?
Sons of Anarchy.
Or I say get influenced off of that. I was never a big fan of the Aces and Eights. Sometimes I'll be on Pluto TV, the free little TV app, and I just go like the Impact channel, and I'll be playing some of the old stuff, and I'll be like, dang, okay, it wasn't too bad, but I was just like, I just never was a big fan of the Aces and Eights either. I didn't.
Well, like I said, they trying stuff, but like I said, they got Mia Yim. She signed with them.
That's what I was about to say. Did you see her signing over there?
Yeah,
that was a good landing spot for her as well. They had to get somebody to come in, I guess, since Peyton and what's her name, Peyton Royce and Jessie McKay. Jessie McKay. What I pay? What's her real name? I'm trying to remember her real name right now. I'm gonna just call her Peyton Royce for right now. Peyton Royce and Jessie McKay. They're
getting that online money.
That influencer money is different. That influencer money change your life.
You can get it.
Look, if you can get it.
A lot of the ladies in wrestling doing it.
Exactly. Look, you don't gotta hurt your neck. You don't gotta hurt your ankle. Gotta hurt your back. Or you might hurt your back from standing up, but other than that, that's it. Other than that,
get that money.
Exactly.
Get that money.
Exactly. And then what was the last thing? All right, this I'm just trying to throw an NXT 2.0 question or NXT 2.0 question in there. Who do you see outside of Braun Breaker? Because we will know that'd be the default answer. That's cheating. Outside of him, who do you see can make a run at the top on the big roster?
Nobody, because everybody is corny.
I tried to get one. Dang, I tried to at least get one.
It's a whole bunch of like 1980s gimmicks, man. I don't even watch the show no more, so I don't know.
I would say, look, Uso's cousin can't get in.
Oh, I thought that was their brother.
Or brother, yeah, my fault. Yeah, little brother. They all.
Him.
By default. Now I said that's Samoan legacy, bro. That bloodline just different, bro.
Oh yeah. They always they always got a job in WWE.
I would say the only one I could think of that didn't work out was the one that was in Legacy for a little bit, and he got kicked. Randy RKO'd him out of Legacy. I forgot who he was related. He was related to, was it Roman? You don't remember? Oh man, what was his name?
He was in Legacy?
Yeah, remember he was in Legacy for a short time.
I don't remember that. I thought it was just Ted DiBiase and Cody. I thought that was.
No, I remember it was probably about 3 weeks, maybe, give or take. I
forgot that. Yeah.
Let me look it up real fast.
Because it was
Sim Snooker.
Man, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, it was Manu and Sim Snooker. Yep, they were kicked out after a while. I remember one of them get RKO'd out.
Man,
I think that was that. And then it became loosely, basically like what we all know as Ted DiBiase and Junior, and then Cody. But yeah, they were the other two that I remember. Like I said, it was probably give or take 2 or 3 weeks that they were in there, and then they both got out. That was the one bloodline member did work. Now, the last thing we get into here. Would you, down the line, would you put Naomi in Legacy? I mean, not Legacy, in the Bloodline. Or would it just be overkill?
I mean, you might as well. You think she'll be a good heel? Cause
that's the next thing. We don't know.
I don't know. Everybody likes Naomi.
That's what I'm saying. We like I said, would they kill? Would they turn her? That's kind of why I let ask that question, lead to other questions, because it's like, would you?
I can see
would
him
you
doing
turn
it,
her?
but...
Yeah, would you turn her heel? I mean, she's been there from the start anyway.
Yeah,
they all ride. Look, they all ride home together.
Yeah.
with the exception of Roman,
Yeah,
he probably got the jet or the bus right there, waiting for him. But they all ride home together. So
I can see him doing that. Her turning on Sasha, turning the heel. I can see it. Yeah. She'll be with her husband, Yeah.
Might as well. We'll see.
She's so likable, man. I don't know.
That's why I said that'd be the next thing. It's like they would have to get tired of her and kind of go from there. But yeah, that's all I got.
Cody Rhodes, Captain America, man. Just give him the belt. That's where it's going. He's the man of he's the top guy. Well, the second guy.
I was about to say the second guy.
Man, he's doing it, man. But
because I don't know where else you go.
He could have been doing all that in AEW, but he didn't want to do
that. he booked his own self.
Yeah, he didn't want to do it. He said he didn't want to step on toes and all that. But
look, that's why I said that. I'm sorry. I'll say it on this podcast every day, every time we do it, if I have to. It still don't sit right with me how he left. I don't know if I'll ever get the full story, because I still feel like all of that stuff was like.
I'm telling you, he wanted to be the booker. He wanted a piece of the company, or he wanted a big payday. It's some in that. Like Jim Ross says, cash and creative. Something.
Hell yeah, that's the killers.
I think
the killers of the business.
He wanted some booking power. I think that's the main thing.
Tony said, that was one. Yeah, I know that had to be. But it had to be something else too, though. I like it because you just Thomas. It was man. I don't even believe half the stuff he say no more. I watched a little bit of that of the Broken Skulls thing. The Broken Skull sessions with him.
I watched it. I skipped past all the stuff till he started talking about New Japan and AEW. I mean, he still talks highly of everybody. He said, we was all in it together, all in. We started AEW together, and then when he talks about why he left, that's when it starts getting into
that flip floppy stuff. He don't want to be. I'm like, see,
it'll come out later on.
Yeah, that's what I said. It'll come down to the line. Oh, and this what I meant to say too, and I forgot. And we can on AEW when they did that Dark Side of the Ring promo with MJF.
Oh yeah, that was
probably
great.
the best. That was probably the best thing in so long.
They had Barry Horrors on there, man. That was great, man. That was great. Now I will say this. They're doing the whole, you got to take 10 lashes from me. I don't like that they redoing that.
Yeah.
With Laura, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Y'all can think of something else. Come on. Y'all just rehashing the Cody storyline.
Yeah.
Everybody know he going to get through that, and then he going to get the MJF at the pay-per-view. Like, think of something else.
Exactly. I guess they wanted the people not to forget, not to remember it since they hadn't done it in so long. And then, but there's people are always gonna remember what they, what the storylines were. So, but yeah, that's boy, when they dropped that, man, I was in tears.
That was good.
Was some good stuff right there.
That's why I say AEW, they do different stuff. That's why it's good to have something different. You gotta have that balance. WWE, they tell their stories one way. AEW does it a different way. But
we know WWE would not have done a Dark Side of the Ring.
No.
We know they would any kind of segment like
that.
Exactly. They were not going to touch any of that. And then what I also like was Jericho start narrating it. He's like, "What? I'm doing this for MJF?"
Yeah.
Oh, well, he's paying me enough. He's
already, how much money? Okay.
Yeah, that job was good. I was like, just little stuff like that. I was like, all right, I was entertained.
When they do stuff like that, yeah, that's great. I like that stuff. I like that. Yeah. But we're getting it off on that.
Tight.